And I have a question for you. My question is, did anyone here make a New Year's resolution this year? New Year's resolution, anyone make?
On Rosh Hashanah or?
So I'm going to say, I made a New Year's resolution, but I didn't do it on January 1st. I did it on Tishrei 1st, the 1st of Tishrei, which is the Jewish Rosh Hashanah, Jewish New Year. And I'm going to speak about that resolution because this morning, as I was thinking after Rabbi Levine invited me to speak, I was thinking I was going to say something about the Torah portion of the week, which is the beginning of the book of Exodus and the exile of the Jewish people in Egypt, the very difficult times, the first Jewish Holocaust when Jewish babies were thrown into the Nile River. And but then I was saying the morning blessings before I went to shul this morning. And I said the first blessing, and I remembered one of my resolutions this year was that there's 15 morning blessings that we say in the Siddur every morning in the Jewish prayer book, and they're listed at the end, towards the end of Tractate Brachos, the tractate of the Talmud about blessings. And the first one is, Baruch atah Hashem, blessed are you, the Lord our God, Asher nasan l'sechvi v'dina lavchin ben yom ve'layla, who gives the rooster the understanding to discern between day and night. That's what we're thanking God for, the very first thing we thank God for. And my New Year's resolution was that when I said these blessings, I try to think about them, try to concentrate, appreciate the good, and every one of those blessings and not just run through them really quickly. So I thought about this first one. I remember just an amazing idea. I heard about it, and I decided this is what I have to speak about, because this is a very strange blessing. We're thanking God, we appreciate God, that he gave the rooster the understanding to discern between day and night. So the main question you can ask is, how much understanding does this take to discern between day and night? I learned when I was in elementary school, I think that roosters crow at the crack of dawn, and you don't need 20/20 vision to see after it's pitch black the whole night, it starts to get a little light. I wouldn't call that wisdom. Well, the truth is, I discovered the answer, I discovered the evidence for the answer when I was my first year in college, way back when, in 1986. But I didn't understand that it answered this question because I had not yet started saying these blessings myself yet. But I did like any nice Jewish liberal boy in college in 1986. I went winter break to Nicaragua, right, to lay bricks to help the Sandinistas, the communist government, right, who were fighting against the Contras, supported secretly by the United States, not so secretly. And I stayed with a mestizo Indian family who lived in an adobe hut, and they had a well in the backyard, and they had an outhouse, and they had 2 light bulbs in there, and they also had one plug for their old radio, and the amazing dirt floor that they swept every morning. I didn't understand why they swept it, but because it was obviously they're going to sweep up dirt. It's a dirt floor, but the truth is, it's you make it less dirty. It's because the rest of it's packed down. But they were the happiest people I'd ever met. They were really, really very inspiring people, and I never met such happy people in my life until that point. And I learned a lot from them because they had everything they needed. They had every reason to be happy, and I learned from them until I met great Torah sages. I never met anyone nearly that happy. And they also had chickens and roosters in the backyard. So I was staying with this wonderful family, and I went to sleep. And sure enough, I was woken up, by these roosters crowing, and I thought, wow, it must be the crack of dawn. So I looked outside. It was very dark. It's looked at my watch, 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, what kind of dumb roosters do they have in Nicaragua, right? Don't they know they're supposed to crow at the crack of dawn? But I found out that actually they don't. 3:30 in the morning, an hour and a half before dawn, they start crowing. And I didn't understand it. But the truth is, that's really the understanding of this blessing, which is really based on a verse in the book of Job, and very appropriate for the book of Job, the book about understanding how to deal with great challenges in life. And the idea is this. The idea is a rooster, actually, and also today you can find out, if you don't believe me, you go to the yeshiva. And you might not know, but the yeshiva has a family, not just of bunny rabbits that lives next to it, but also a family of roosters. And there's one rooster that sits by the door every morning and tries to get into the yeshiva, but I guess he hasn't worked out a tuition agreement yet, so they haven't let him in. But they also, I think, they crow at an hour and a half before dawn. And the wisdom of the rooster is, of course, that it recognizes the day is coming while it's still pitch black. It's still pitch black outside, There's no sign of light. It looks like it's going to be dark forever. Who knows, right? It's an animal. How would he know? But he knows, while it's still pitch black, that it's going to become light. And that's a tremendous, tremendous wisdom, right, for a person, for a Jewish person especially, with all of our challenges as people and all of our challenges personally, everyone in our own lives that we have, that we recognize, we thank God for the wisdom, that we're able to understand that even when it's totally black, that we know that the light is going to come. And I was thinking as well that there's one other translation of this word sechvi, not just rooster, it also is translated sometimes as heart. And it's really the same idea. That the heart, right, is a very fickle organ of the body, very easy to have our heart swayed. But on the other hand, it's interesting, the heart is the strongest muscle in the body. The heart contracts, it flexes, and it loosens more than any other muscle in the body. No matter the biggest weightlifter, the strongest muscle in his body is still going to be his heart. It's a very, very strong muscle. It's a very strong organ, and it's a tremendous potential a human being has. And we Jewish people especially, we've seen it, that our hearts, we have the ability that even when things are very, very difficult, that our hearts, we have the ability to concentrate and focus, and they can pull us through the most difficult of times. Because we know that there's going to be light, we know that it's going to be better, we know we're going to be able to deal with it, even though now it seems so dark. So that's the wisdom of this first blessing. You can look it up yourself, and I'm trying to focus on it, and I hope that I give you something to think about also. Thank you very much.